Buenos dias, guys. ¿Cómo estás? Pro SMG guys here, and today we have ZHC, the Zombie History Channel, episode 3, and today we're going to be talking about the characters in Call of Duty Zombies. Now, I know the new map, Alcatraz, has all these amazing, characters and all this amazing stuff with the tower and everything, but for right now we're gonna focus a little bit more, not the whole video, but a little bit more on the old characters. Yes, Takeo, Dempsy, Richtofen, and Nikoli. So, but I don't know, I seem to like the older characters a lot better than the new ones, but I'm actually, after seeing all the stuff about Alcatraz, I think I'm gonna like the new ones just as equally as I did the old ones. But I didn't like the new ones in the first few maps with the big guy, the old guy, this smart weirdo, and the girl. I didn't really like the new characters because it just seemed like we were breaking away from the story that they had worked so hard to build on. I mean, think about it. They built upon this one gigantic story for at least 3 years. I mean, they went from World at War to Black Ops and held the same story, same characters, and then in Black Ops 2, bam, it just changed. And that's why before Black Ops 2 came out, I said I would like it if Black Ops 2 didn't ruin zombies for me. And it hasn't so far, because I haven't really been playing much of the original maps that came with it, or I haven't been playing much Die Rise, to be honest. I mean, but I think I'm gonna play Alcatraz a little bit more. It has an edge on it, and honestly, it reminds me of Call of the Dead. With the tower, you've got this different storyline. Call of the Dead was the only thing that had different characters. And but the characters were good. I didn't have a problem with the change in characters in Call of the Dead, simply because it really didn't affect anything. Alright? I mean, yeah, it was different from everything else, but it was good different. The new ones, it's just, they're not doing so good. But with Alcatraz, that's a totally different thing. I mean, they've got, they even they'll spell out the characters and how they got in prison, what they did, and then you'll see the little thing the intro right before the game starts, and it's simply amazing. I mean, it's so cool. But basically, one of the reasons I like the older characters better, excuse me, I'm having trouble with my voice, sorry, is because the older characters seem to know what they're doing. And I don't know if it's just me or the new characters, in a transit, these guys are freaking clueless. You pick up a part and like, ooh, what does this do? Or, and yeah, some of the old characters might have been like that. But, they still seemed, they'll make comments about, element 115, or they'll make, especially Richtofen, he'll make comments about Dr. Maxis because, he killed Dr. Maxis. And I just think the old characters, they just knew a lot more. So the storyline it fit in a lot better. I mean, neither one was easier to pick up, but it just fit in a lot better. And I think one of the main parts when making, games that have successors, and especially like 5 successors or 7 successors, you need to stick with a story and really hold tight to it, because if you don't, people that truly care about the game are going to get lost. We're going to get lost. We're going to most likely they're not going to want to play again, because if their whole point is to try to figure out the whole story behind this, like in campaign. You know, honestly, I only play campaign, you know, one, to get a break from multiplayer and zombies every now and then. But I only play campaign is because I like to see where they're going with the story. I've recently played the COD 4 campaign all the way through, and that helped me better understand the campaign from Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. If I hadn't have played it, I would never have understood it. And the thing is I think that should be the same with zombies. I think, you know, each map as they progressed, especially in World at War, was great about continuing the storyline throughout that game in particular. As it progressed, you know, each map was a little better. First map, no perks, you know, no pack-a-punch, you know, you just had one box and limited guns on the wall. The second map had a bunch more stuff. It had open areas that you could get a lot more done. And you'll see a bullcrap down to where I shot him and he just didn't die. But you'll see, you know, in the second map they just put so much more stuff in there. But then the third map, they took it even farther. They made it, you know, switch up where the perks had to spawn. And when you open the door, the perk, you know, it's like playing a slots machine. The perks machine would go through its little thing, and a random one would spawn there. And the very last one, you know, they put Pack-a-Punch in. So they progressed, you know, slightly, and then, you know, the first one was a big jump. The second one was kind of a big jump, but not as big as the last one. And that's how it increased. Each jump is big, but not as big as the last one. And you can't keep it that way forever, because eventually you'll run out of stuff, you know. So I'm glad they reversed it in the new Call of Duty, where every jump is, you know, every map is bigger than the one before, just a slight bit, but it is. You know,
This drink makes me strong.
let's go. Die Rise introduced keys, and now the keys are one of the most important things in Alcatraz. So, I mean, the worst part about the progression system that Call of Duty's made with their maps is that they need to stick with a level that holds the storyline. Like, they can't forsake putting, you know, they can't forsake the story just to put something cool in there. To me, you know, like in World at War, for instance, it all, you know, if you look at the captions say, you know, they tell you where it all started. You know, the Darius, yeah, that one. Darius is where it all began. You know, it had the labs, it had everything. That's where Richtofen killed Dr. Maxis. And Richtofen, being as careless as he is, you know, everything just, the world went down the crapper. And, you know, it continued the storyline with the introduction of Element 115, and before it got to Darius, it's telling you how zombies even, you know, how this all happened. You've got Element 115, you've got this whole story of the demonic gods, and it's a subtle story until it gets to Darius. Sorry. Man, I keep wanting to say Darius. I hate that map though. It just slowly but steadily increases. So I wish they would implement that in the new one, as that would be a good way to continue the story from old. And I do hope they bring the old characters back. I don't want to get rid of the old characters forever. Honestly, I do want to see, you know, these old guys again. So I really hope they do put them back in the game, and I think that's about the extent of, you know, the character plot as far as my concern. now it's on to the new Alcatraz map. So, uno momento. You guys can watch this, and I will get right with you.
Reminds me of the Old West. Look out for the short zombie! Watch your feet!
Alrighty, buenos dias, guys. Why is it not record? Is it recording?
The Uprising DLC pack will contain Mob of the Dead, brand new zombies experience.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it's recording. Yeah, there it
Mob
is.
of the Dead is set on the island prison of Alcatraz.
Sorry about that.
And players
But
meet four
here,
new
guys, you can see in the top right-hand corner,
Billy Hansen,
we have
who's played by
Alcatraz.
He plays
And,
a psychotic contract killer.
I think-
who's employed to
I just
make
think this
headline
thing
news
is
when he
so
takes out
awesome.
a victim.
Shut him up.
With it just tells the whole
Carries around
tells
a
the whole
dark
story.
guilt that, as you play the game, more is revealed.
But,
and you get to understand what drives him and why he is the way he is.
You
Sal
know,
DeLuca,
you got the guy telling us,
he's played by
you know,
Chaz
how
Palminteri.
each character got
Sal
in
is
jail,
insecure.
and
He's one
you
of the
know
old
how
mobsters, the
what
old
their
guy.
part of the
His
story
power,
is.
his
And I
influence
think
is slipping away.
if
The
every
world's
Call of
moving
Duty
on,
was like
and
that, the better it would be. Call of the Dead was like that. You know,
Finn O'Leary,
you
played by
see
Michael Madsen.
how they all got
Working on it.
into the
Finn
story.
is an arrogant
And,
Irish American who's been
you know,
working the
but
street
he
level,
basically
doing
describes
gambling,
every character
prostitution,
and
bootlegging. He's been
gives
very successful.
their part
Unfortunately,
in the
he fell for the
story,
wrong woman.
which I think
She
is
ratted him
the
out
best
in
part
Alcatraz.
of the
Albert Arlington,
trailers and
the
things like
Weasel,
that.
is played by Joe Pantoliano.
Yeah, you see he announces the Weasel. Now I'm not sure what the Weasel is, but I think that
if there's a bank that can't be gone
that he's
into,
the guy
he'll
that
find a way.
has
Unfortunately,
something
all
to
the
do
plans
with the
worked
Easter
out
egg.
well, and he found himself in Alcatraz.
But
Mob of the Dead is part
he
of the
did say
Uprising
that
DLC pack, due out on April
you know,
16th on Xbox.
he said that he had something to do with a lot of organization of crimes and everything. I'm thinking he might be the guy that organizes the whole
I will rush in. and take them all with me.
Easter egg. So hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys later. I rushed this out as hard as I could and made sure that I held up my promise. It will be up on Friday. Thank you guys so much, and peace.
Their bones will shut up. Look at Kotenzo!